friends, welcome back to my channel. I am going to do another pantry challenge this week. I did one a few weeks ago now, and it was before all this crazy stuff happened and grocery stores being really low on items and stuff. And I think you guys really enjoyed watching that pantry freezer challenge, and so that I'm gonna do that again this week. Today it has been 8 days since I last went to the grocery store, and I am planning on making it 14 days. Not planning, I am gonna make it 14 days. So I might have to be a little bit creative with what we eat. What happens is that my fridge, by this point, 8 days, my fridge is really hurting. My fridge is pretty empty of fresh stuff, but my freezer and pantry are still pretty full. So I don't think I'll have a problem. It's just kind of being more creative with the items that I do have. So I'm gonna take you along this week. I'll show you now what my fridge looks like. I'll give you a quick look into my freezers and pantry, and then I'll take you along this week and show you what I choose to make for dinners. So, fruit basket, 4 lonely apples, a couple of clementines. This one, some of it might be okay. In my fridge, I have no light in here, so it's a little bit dark, but I've just got a little bit of milk, apple juice, some almond milk back there, a little bit of sour cream. These are both. This is like half full. This cottage cheese, I think it's almost full. The yogurt is like just about gone. I just have some leftover whipped cream, some juice there, Wesley's cup. Okay, 2 things of cream. We're pretty good in that sense. Stick of butter. I think I've got about 6 eggs in here, and this another thing of 18. Some more almond milk, a lonely Coca-Cola back there. Cheese and meat, we're still doing quite well. We have, I think, 2.5 blocks of cheese left and most of a thing of salami. As far as raw veggies, I obviously need to clean out this fridge when it's empty. I have a few tomatoes, 1.5 cucumbers there, 1 last bag of milk, although last time I went to the store I did put a whole bag of 3 small bags into the freezer, so I'm gonna have to take those out. That's how our fridge is looking. This freezer is still pretty full. I'm actually gonna take out that bag of milk right now. That can defrost. I've got some peas, some tomato sauce, berries. The last couple times I've done ground beef, I have frozen some of it after I cooked it so that I can just take that out. It makes it really easy. Some ground chicken, there's some more of the beef, some frozen strawberries. That's about all that I have in this freezer. I still have this pork. What is this? I can't think of the name. Pea meal bacon. I'll just give you a quick general look at my pantry here. So you can see I've got some pasta, salsas, pancake mix, peanut butter. I still have quite a few cans left, so that's good. That is one of my essentials. That gives me lots of options for meals when I have that many canned goods, and a bit of cereal. In my deep freeze here, I have some taco soup. I froze English muffins, 1 package of bacon. We're actually gonna have that tomorrow. I have some chicken strips here, some peanut butter cookies that we just made and froze, pork chops, and then mostly other than that, we have quite a few packages of ground beef and a few more packages of pork chops down there, and then just lots of bread. So we've got some of this rye bread, just some regular bread here, quite a few packages of bagels, some garlic bread. So definitely enough in here to last us. We also have about 5 pounds of just like white potatoes in the pantry, as well as a few onions. And so for supper tonight, I did take out this package of pork chops out of the freezer. What I like to do is take the meat out the night before. So I'll take it out the night before and put it into the fridge, or even anytime the day before, put it in the fridge. And then usually I have to put it on the counter just for a few hours again, just to defrost a little bit more before we cook it up. But we're gonna have those pork chops. I'm going to roast a bunch of potatoes and then some sort of raw veggie. We have peas in the freezer, we have corn, and we also have a little bit left of a stir fry mix that I get from Costco. So I think I'm gonna cook up that stir fry mix tonight, and that will be our dinner tonight. And then we have what, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 more dinners to go before I do my next shopping trip. If you're wondering what I do with my leftover whipping cream. Here's an idea for you. So I just took some strawberries out of the freezer, defrosted those, and then I put in a couple spoonfuls of whipping cream, a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese, a little bit of stevia, and then some coconut. And then I mixed that all together, and it's like dessert, but it's a really yummy and pretty healthy, wholesome snack. Okay, it's the next day, and I pulled that bacon out of the freezer and cooked up some eggs. So here is what we're having. You have your plate full already, don't you? So we fried up some eggs, toasted some English muffins, bacon. What did you want to say?
Daddy doesn't want to be in the video.
Yeah, he's in the other room. I sliced up some tomatoes because we had a few tomatoes I just wanted to use up. So I sliced those up, and we're just going to put some salt and pepper on those. So we've got peanut butter, we've got honey, we've got some jam, and that's our dinner. It is the next day now. Day, what is that, 10? Day 10, I believe, since I last went grocery shopping. We're doing pretty well with our meals. We had cinnamon raisin bagels for breakfast this morning. For lunch, we had pierogies and baked beans. So baked beans is just canned, pierogies is out of the freezer. So we're using up some of that freezer and pantry stock because our fridge is pretty empty. I'm actually just getting out snack for the kids right now. So we've been doing a lot of applesauce and yogurt. I actually probably should, you know what, I'm gonna get these all opened up and chopped up and whatever as well, because those should be eaten. And then for dinner tonight, I took this out of the freezer. So this is some ground beef and onions I cooked up last week, and I just stuck it in the freezer. So I'm gonna put that on my pan, and then I'll add some milk, some beef broth, and some flour, and make hamburger gravy. I'm gonna cook up some rice, and then I'm also gonna do some peas. So it'll be rice, hamburger gravy, and peas for dinner tonight. Hamburger gravy is one of those things that I don't make very often, and every time I make it, I think, why don't I make it more often? Because it's so simple, and you could have it on potatoes or rice or pasta or whatever you want. Anyways, I don't make it often though, and so I always forget how to make it and have to find a recipe every time I want to make it. So I just Google and find a recipe that has good reviews, and so here's what we've got right now. So I just have my beef here. I just had to warm that up. I added milk, water, some bouillon. It was actually chicken bouillon. I don't have beef bouillon. So I've got to bring that to a boil. Oh, and flour. I don't think I said flour. I have to bring that to a boil, kind of just waiting for it to thicken, and then I'm gonna add some pepper and some garlic powder. Then I've got my rice over here that's cooking, and my peas. I'm about to start those. Wesley's here helping me with supper. He just had a good play outside, gotten all dirty. Did you find the last apple? Is that the last apple? Oh, you lucky boy. Yes. Okay, just plating up supper now. So here's how the hamburger gravy turned out. So I'm just serving everybody's into these bowls. If ever we have a meal that's a little bit messier like this, I will gladly just serve everybody in bowls. So that's what we're doing. And Charity's about to set the table for me.
Yeah, and I'm pretending I'm drinking coffee, but it's actually hot chocolate because I can't have coffee.
Hey guys, it is Tuesday today. Next day. It's not even close to dinner time right now, but my kids are all down for quiet time, and so I wanted to talk to you guys and just show you what we're having for dinner while my house is mostly quiet. You found your reading book?
Yeah.
Okay, go sit and read that, okay? Okay. So the one not my favorite thing about going this long between grocery shopping trips is that we're really low on veggies. So we just had lunch, and we had grilled cheese, and we had cucumbers. We finished our last cucumber, so now we have no more fresh veggies. And in the freezer I have peas and I have corn, but I still have 3 dinners to go, and only peas and corn is kind of like the, and I hardly count corn as a real vegetable. It's kind of like potatoes to me, like it's not really a veggie. Anyways, but I try to add some more beans and stuff, so tonight you'll see we're having black beans with our supper, and that's kind of like a veggie addition. So I do have a menu plan I'm working off of. I'm not just deciding every day like what do I want to make for dinner tonight. I do have a menu plan. Tonight's dinner plan is not going to work out, the one I had on my menu plan, so I am switching things up. And so what I did is I just went on Google and I just searched the ingredients that I want to use on tonight's dinner. I wanted to use rice again. I have chicken breasts in the freezer, so I typed in recipe with rice, chicken, black beans, corn, and salsa in the Instant Pot. And right away came up with a whole bunch of different ideas I could make for supper. So I'm gonna show you the one that I decided to use. What else was I gonna say? Oh, I do really base what I make for dinner if I'm Googling on stars. So I want to find a recipe that I know has lots of stars, so I know that other people have enjoyed it and hopefully my family will too. So here's what I'm making, these Instant Pot chicken taco bowls. So here's what it looks like. It looks really good. I'll show you what ingredients it has. So here are my ingredients. I've got chicken broth, chicken breast, taco seasoning. I make my own taco seasoning. I think I'm running short, so I'm gonna have to make some more of that. Black beans, corn, salsa, rice. I took everything out here. I took out some chicken breasts out of the freezer that are defrosting, salsa, black beans, rice, and then I have corn in the freezer. And then it says some topping ideas: cheese, cilantro, avocado, green onion, sour cream. We had grilled cheese for lunch, so I think I'm not gonna do cheese just because we've had cheese. We're also out of sour cream, but we do have plain yogurt in the fridge. So I'll take that out, and whoever wants to use that. Plain yogurt, like unflavored, unsweetened yogurt, tastes fairly similar to sour cream. The only thing I'm gonna do different in this recipe is I'm not gonna add my rice in the Instant Pot. I think I'm gonna cook all this other than the rice, just because this looks like they want like regular rice and I have the instant rice, so I don't want to add it and then it get like all mushy and gummy and gross. I don't know. I'm gonna do that and then I'll mix the rice in afterwards and shred the chicken, and we'll see how that turns out. I will show you tonight when I have it all cooked, and you can see how it looks and hopefully it tastes good. Okay, this is supper. It looks really good, it smells really good. I tasted it.
Soup?
No, it's not soup, it is a rice dish. Set the cups and I'm gonna serve everything into the bowls. When I serve it into your bowl, you're gonna see it. Okay, just set the cups for now. Wesley goes and sits in his chair when he thinks that it must be supper time. Anyways, I tasted it as well. It's a little bit spicy, so I might cut back a little bit next time I make this on the taco seasoning. But that's gonna be dinner tonight. Okay, next day I am making a really easy, really quick dinner that I know everybody's gonna enjoy. So let's see here. I've got some. I'm gonna cook up some of these peas. I am going to cook up these chicken strips, the Jane's brand chicken strips. And then I also just chopped up all these potatoes. I had a little bit less left than I thought I did. These are the rest of our potatoes, but I put some olive oil on them as well as some steak seasoning. So I've got the oven warming up right now to 400, I believe. So I'm gonna put those in the oven, the chicken, and then we'll have the peas. So that's gonna be our dinner tonight. One more day, one more full day of meals we have to do before I go out and do our next grocery shopping trip. So tomorrow I'll show you what our fridge looks like. It's bare, like it's bare, but you'll see tomorrow. Well, hello everybody, it is Thursday and I cannot wait to go grocery shopping tomorrow. I hope I can find everything I need in order to fill up my fridge again, because let me tell you, I think my fridge is the emptiest it has ever been. It has ever been in the entire time we've lived at this house. I'll show ya. Look at this bare fridge. So I've got our last bag of milk, a little bit of almond milk, just Wesley's cup here, empty shelves. This is what we're gonna have for supper tonight. So I've just got this leftover rice and hamburger gravy there, and then this is the rice, chicken taco rice that we had a couple nights ago now. So we're gonna have those both for supper. I'm gonna cook up some peas to have with that one. This time I'm also gonna grate up some cheese to have with the rice. So we have a block left plus that. One extra cream, no extra milk, no produce. Our pantry is still okay. We've got a bit of pasta there. I mean, just kind of getting bare, but we still have, as you can see, a few canned goods. I didn't use any kidney beans this week, so we've got a few of those, and then just a little bit of cereal left here too. Our freezer is definitely lacking as well. Got a loaf of rye bread here, pork chops, more pork chops, some corn, frozen strawberries. But as you can see, like, there's definitely not much in here. So I've got some more chicken strips, just a few packages of bagels, garlic bread, but really getting low. Then I didn't show you this freezer here above the fridge. We do have a few things in here too. Some bread, berries, more veggies, more breads, veggies, a little bit of ground chicken back there, and I also have some salmon back there and some more ground beef as well. So yes, if all of a sudden all the grocery stores closed down today, we would be in big trouble. But I also think it's so worth it for us right now, and I think it's the best choice for us not to go to the grocery store often. So the last time we went, tomorrow it'll be 2 weeks since we last went, and so I think that is the best for us to be able to stay out of stores. So I'm gonna do another big trip tomorrow, hopefully be able to keep out of the stores again for another 2 weeks, hopefully be able to find enough food to fill up our fridge and freezer and pantry and stuff. But that's kind of how we're doing things right now. Big old grocery trip, and then trying to space it out before we go to the store again. But let me know what you guys are doing. Are you trying to just keep a huge stock of food that at any given moment, you know that you have enough food to feed your family for a few weeks or months, or what you're doing? But that is the end of this week's video, this pantry challenge. I hope that you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.